Do you ever feel confused when a Spanish word shows up in a sentence and it doesn't mean what you thought it meant? Today I'm going to show you a smarter way to learn words that will triple your vocabulary. And stay with me until the end because I want to show you why this simple strategy will make you a better learner and why science says that it will more likely lead you to becoming fluent in Spanish. Now, if you don't know me, my name's Josh. I'm a certified language teacher and I've helped thousands of people learn Spanish through my online course here on YouTube. Now, let me ask you something. How many meanings does each English word have? Do you think that each English word has just one meaning? Take a word like handsome, for example. If you ask most people what it meant, they would probably say that it means good looking. And, of course, that's right, as in a handsome man, a good-looking man. But what about a handsome new car or a handsome reward? The meaning of handsome in those two sentences has changed. The word handsome in a handsome new car means something like impressive or striking, as in an impressive new car. And the word handsome in a handsome reward means considerable, as in a considerable reward. So if one English word can mean different things, then what does that tell you about how language really works? Well, here's the thing. Spanish works in exactly the same way. Just like handsome can shift its meaning in English depending on the context, a single Spanish word doesn't have one fixed English translation. Instead, each word carries a range of possible meanings, and the meaning you need depends on the situation. So if words don't have just one meaning, how are you supposed to learn them properly? By the way, all the information from today's video is available in a free PDF that I created to go with this video. The link's down in the description. Well, the problem you run into when you learn a new Spanish word on Duolingo, or you search for the translation of a Spanish word into English using Google Translate, is that you only learn one translation. And what happens? Well, later on you see that same word in a different sentence and it doesn't match what you learned. And that's because you're not using a proper translation dictionary. The one I've been using for years and recommend to everyone is Word Reference. It's a completely free online dictionary and you can find it at wordreference.com. I've put a link in the description. With Word Reference, you don't just see one meaning, you see the full range of meanings with examples based on context. This is how you can triple your vocabulary, by exposing yourself to the full range of meanings each word has. But the thing is, when you see multiple meanings, they can feel a bit random. Like, how can one word mean all these different things? For example, look at some common Spanish verbs you probably already know. Depending on context, the verb pasar can mean to pass, to happen, or to spend time. The verb quedar can mean to remain, to be situated, or to fit. And the verb llevar can mean to carry, to take, or to wear. When you see all these different meanings, you worry that you just have to memorize them, and that feels daunting. But here's the thing, these meanings aren't random. Most words don't have multiple separate meanings. They have one core idea that shows up in different ways. For example, with the verb pasar, you can think of it as meaning something passing, something moving, or something unfolding. Like when you use pasar to mean to happen, you mean events passing or unfolding. And when you use it to mean to spend time, you mean time passes or time unfolds. With the verb quedar, you can think of it as being the final result or how something ends up. Like to be situated means the final position of a certain place. And when something fits, we mean how an item of clothing ends up on you when you wear it. And with the verb llevar, you can think of it as carrying something with you. Like when you wear something, you carry it on your body. And when you take something somewhere, you mean that you carry it with you. Once you see the core idea, you can see how all the meanings connect. And if we go back to our example using handsome, it also works the same way. A handsome man, a handsome car, a handsome reward. These all tie back to the idea of something being attractive or desirable. It has one core idea. Your brain naturally groups these meanings together, which is exactly what you want when studying Spanish words with multiple meanings. So you're not learning 3 or 4 meanings, you're learning one idea from different angles. And once you see that, everything connects. Now, once you start seeing words from multiple angles, it can feel a little tricky at first. You might notice a dozen meanings for a single word and wonder how you're supposed to keep track of them all. But here's the thing, learning multiple meanings actually makes learning easier, not harder. This is because the more connections your brain makes between a word, the less confusing it becomes. When you see a word you thought you already knew in a new sentence, you won't be caught off guard. You'll expect that it can change depending on context. Your brain doesn't just store vocabulary as a single fixed definition. It stores a network of connections between the word, its uses, and related ideas. Knowing only one meaning gives you a weak memory of that word, but multiple connected meanings build a stronger, more flexible network that's easier to recall in different situations. In fact, research in applied linguistics and second language acquisition shows that learners who are cognitively flexible, meaning those who are able to handle multiple meanings and contexts, learn languages faster and remember them longer. Flexible learners notice patterns, they adapt quickly, and they don't get stuck on rigid rules. In other words, learning many meanings doesn't make Spanish harder. It makes you a smarter, more flexible learner. And studies show that this approach increases your chances of becoming fluent in the language. Now, remember how we talked about the verb llevar earlier in this video? Well, along with its reflexive form, this single verb actually has 9 different meanings, making it one of the most versatile verbs in the Spanish language. You'll be amazed at how it can take on so many English translations yet still stay true to its core idea of carrying something. Click the thumbnail that's on screen now to check out all the ways llevar shows up in real-world Spanish and see how mastering it can create those networks that will cement its meaning in your brain. So that's all for today. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next week.